In today's video, I'm playing Skyrim on Legendary Survival, but this time I'm doing it as a hunter. I'll try surviving 7 days living off the land. I've put away all my cool gear and set up camp in the wilderness. My only weapons are a hunter's bow, a dagger, and a steel sword. I'll also only wear what I take off the hunter I meet. His gear becomes mine, and his camp becomes my home. I'll befriend other hunters, follow them around, and see what trouble I can get into. I have to be careful because my gear is really shit. I'll face a lot of struggles, but also enjoy small victories. As I learn the ropes, I'll find creative ways to take down tougher creatures, and of course, a lot of random things happen. This isn't a serious challenge, it's just for fun, and I had a great time doing this little side story. At the end, I'll sell everything I've gathered and see how much gold I make. If you do enjoy the video, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to reach 1000 subs by the end of the year. Thank you. First things first, I needed a home to store all my things. I had a 1v1 with a warrior, but I knew I didn't stand a chance. So I ran past the cave bear and watched the two of them fight. I hit and ran so both their health would go down, because whoever won could destroy me. Eventually I killed her and became the proud owner of this beautiful house. I wanted to live off the land, so I claimed my camp by politely asking the hunter there to leave. I went back home, put all my gear and weapons, kept just enough food for the day, and set out. I took a moment to enjoy the peace. Then I saw an elk. I fired, but it was strong, and I had to chase it through the forest until we reached an old hag. Yeah, hunter gear isn't great, and I didn't stand a damn chance. At least I learned what areas to avoid. I decided not to kill foxes. It would be bad luck. I shot at a deer and saw a necromancer cave nearby. I tried to attack one of them. Big mistake. Then I went after another deer on the road and attacked a scavenger. Another mistake. I ran into a cave bear too and learned not to mess with those. I met some nearby hunters. They had a cool cabin and a place I could cook. Maybe they would take me on a hunting trip someday. I explored the area and ran into the companions. I've never seen them in the wild before. They'd killed a bear, so I scavenged it. I sat and listened to one of the hunters for a while. Then I met a fisherman who shared their wisdom. I caught 4 fish. It was peaceful, fishing in the light rain. That night, I waited for the hunters to sleep and cooked my fish. On my way home, I saw stormcloaks attacking Imperials. This was probably one of the few ways I was going to get arrows. I passed the bandit spot. They tried to roll rocks onto me. I'd get those guys later. Wolves attacked me, but Stormcloak saved me. I looted the wolves and made it back to camp. I leveled up my health and archery. These little side stories are great for leveling things up I don't normally use. Next morning, I went home, upgraded some gear, then back to camp. I stood by the fire. Today I'd hunt whatever I could find. Sorry, foxes. That damn cave bear kept stealing my prey. I killed a fox on the way to greet my neighbors. Then I saw bandits attacking a horse. I tried to help, but they chased me. I ran to the hunters and took one of them out from the safety of their cabin. What was left of it, it was basically a ruin. I accidentally angered the horse. After turning its head into a pincushion, it retreated, and I looked for the last bandit. Damn, she was a crack shot. I did eventually end her though. I then continued fighting the horse and got some nice meat and hide from it. I ran into a wannabe wizard, took out a rabbit, and found a mysterious door. Definitely an adventurous quest, not mine. I kept going and found myself somewhere a hunter really shouldn't be. I shot another fox. I saw something on the road and fired. Turns out it was a skeever a dog was hunting. Honestly thought it was a wolf, but karma hit fast. A saber cat attacked me brutally. I barely made it back to camp and had an early night. Next morning it was raining. I sat in the hunter's cabin in what little cover I had and just listened to the rain. Later, I tried taking on a bandit camp. It didn't go too well for me. I found another small campsite. Could be a good resting spot. I wandered further than usual and saw a deer. I actually showed some decent archery there. I spotted some mammoths and giants. They'd be great to hunt for hide, but I needed help. I took out some wolves and a poor little fox. I was starting to feel pretty lonely. I needed a friend. I killed some more wolves. It was actually a great hunting trip, if I'm honest. I even watched a mammoth take out a couple of saber cats, and I scavenged what I could. I ran low on arrows, but no worries, I made do. Then I saw a cage surrounded by bandits. Maybe a friend. I also spotted two giants nearby, which gave me an idea. I rushed down, looted the nearby chest, and found some gear I'd never seen before. With that, I put my plan into motion. The giants were holding their own in the fight, but I ended up getting one shot by a powerful archer. He was insanely strong. Unfortunately, I had saved at a point where the giants had already split up, making it easy for the bandits to take them out, leaving me as the prime target. No matter what I did, the archer and her crew kept killing me. I needed a new strategy, so I went out and got some backup. A mammoth and a giant. This should be enough. It took forever, but I managed to lure them to the bandit camp. The trick was that every time a bandit went down, my friends would stop attacking, so I had to run in and finish them off myself. And that damn archer was still a massive pain in the ass. I was kind of an asshole and got some innocent Khajiit involved. They helped distract the mammoth and the giant long enough for me to do a cleanup. Eventually, I managed to take down the mammoth. I ran around, looted the fallen giants, and freed the caged prisoner. We enjoyed a peaceful sunset together. It felt nice not being completely alone. We headed back home, but I was killed by a saber and then by a trap. No peaceful walk home. After that, I was approached by two boys who told me about a nearby ruin. I've never had that encounter before. I quickly returned home to drop off all my new gear. I wasn't going to lug that around. I went to camp and called it a night. The next morning, I ate some food and went to greet my hunter friends. As I arrived at their cabin, one hunter was still asleep, and then I saw the dragon. Where was the other hunter? I rushed out, hoping to save her. I tried my best, but I was always too late. I didn't stand a chance. I died again and again, unable to help. Eventually, the other hunter woke up and clearly wanted revenge. I tried to distract the dragon, but it was too strong. I had to hide in the cabin, listening as it flew overhead. Somewhere out there, my friend was fighting for her life. Then, silence. I ran outside. Maybe it had lost interest. Maybe she had survived. But no, there was nothing for me there anymore. I cooked one final meal in the spot where we had once sat together and then I left. After wandering for a bit, I found a new place to set up camp. Water everywhere, perfect for fishing. I hunted in the area using my sword and knife. It wasn't too bad. I killed some mud crabs and elk. I stood in the rain, wondering if there was anything I could have done to save my friends. On the way home, I saw some wolves near the water bank and vented my frustration on them. I then fished at a neighboring camp, returned home, stood by the fire, and called it a day. The next morning started strong. I got a clean shot on a deer while it was drinking. I ran into my doppelganger. He had a cool dog, and I quickly stole his deer. I tracked an elk into a bandit camp, which turned into a small skirmish. I hunted near Riverwood, but the deer there had teleportation powers or something. I mean, seriously, look at this shit. I pushed on, killed a pesky wolf, and decided today would just be a hunting day. No extra nonsense. I stood atop a waterfall and just chilled there for a bit before heading back out. My long shots were improving. I nailed another deer from pretty far away. I was really getting the hang of hunting. Took out another wolf, ran from a saber cat, they're still way too strong for me, and hunted another deer, an elk, and a few more mud crabs. It was a proper hunting day. My little critter and I decided that was enough. We ended the day watching a beautiful sunset together. Everything around us, the mammoths, the glowing orange sky, even a dragon in the distance. It was just perfect. I stood there soaking it all in, thinking about how much I love this game. The freedom, the stories you make, and the little moments. Sadly, on my peaceful stroll home, I was attacked by some wild animals. I made it to the ruin I'd sleep in, took one last look around, and headed to bed. I went out scouting and spotted a fort in the distance. Turns out it was full of stormcloaks. That gave me an idea. I tested something first on a saber cat, and it worked surprisingly well. This place, it would be my fortress of death. There were a lot of stormcloaks, so it was time to get creative. I went back out and lured a mammoth back to fort. One genius stormcloak charged it head on. I made it to the battlements and started raining arrows down with my men. That mammoth didn't stand a damn chance. Feeling confident with my new strategy, I upped the stakes and brought a giant into the mix. He went down, no problem, easy peasy. Then came another giant, and this one, he was different. He wasn't playing around. He rampaged through the fort, storming the battlements, which I didn't even know giants could do, and he wiped out every last stormcloak. I nearly shat myself and had to hide for a while before taking him out. I may have slightly been responsible for the deaths of like 15 stormcloaks, but totally worth it. I moved on. I went for some light hunting. Nothing would top my Fortress of Death. Eventually, I found an old hunter's cave and scored a few quality pelts. Night fell and I needed a place to rest. I stumbled upon a seemingly abandoned farmhouse, only it had a ghost guarding it. Naturally, I lured the ghost back to an Imperial camp I'd passed earlier and let them do the hard work for me. After that, I cooked myself a nice meal and went to bed feeling pretty happy about the day. The next morning, I poked around a bit and was immediately attacked by the ghost's angry wife. I bolted for the Imperials again, like the coward I am. Absolute chaos. First the ghost, then a pack of wolves, and out of nowhere, a dragon showed up. We all worked together. Some fought harder than others. I quickly ran to a nice vantage point to show the last few surviving Imperials my dragon kill. Pretty sure the dead ones would have been impressed too. I absorbed the dragon, looted it, took a breather, and decided it was time to cash in. I headed to Whiterun and dropped everything I'd killed or scavenged. I thought I was about to make a fortune with all this. I mean, damn, it's quite a lot. In total, I got about 1,300 gold. And that was mostly because of the dragon. Turns out the life of a hunter isn't exactly profitable. So I reloaded and did the smarter thing. Turned all the pelts into 95 leather braces. Leveled up my smithy nicely, and I'll enchant them for profit later. This whole side adventure, absolutely worth it. It's moments like these, random shit happening, unexpected friendships, and forging my own little story that remind me why I love this game so much. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. I'll also be doing videos on the Oblivion remaster, and I also want to finish Fallout 3 before its rumored remaster comes out in a few years. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.